Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Don't know what to call this, kind of going into the abyss. I'm going to do a little bit different. I uh, didn't really fall in love with it this time. I'm going to draw an ellipse. Doesn't really matter what size, about that size. I'm going to take a rectangle, and with my ratio unlocked, I'm going to curve the bottom. So with my ratio unlocked, and so this is real little, but you can type in the letter or the number 1 and it won't go too far. Now I'm going to take my smart fill tool that I'm going to fill in with black, and let me change my nudge factor like to 0.5. And I'm going to nudge that out of the way because it's hard to get rid of the outline on a smart fill. And then I'm going to get because I don't want the outline, interactive fill tool. I'm going to swipe down, and I'm going to put white here. And you just don't know how much white or how you want it to look. But we're going to play with this, and we're going to make, I don't know, I think there's a limit to how many clones you can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to edit and clone. Might not work. And I'm going to move on out. I must not have done it. Clone. And I'm going to take this one. This is my clone curve. This is my control curve. That's what I wanted. So I'm just going to, I really want to start in the center of the page. And, well, that's the wrong one. Whoop. Ha. You see that's the wrong one. I'm trying to move it out of the way. Now let's hit P, because I want to start in the center of the page. Then I can hold down the control button. Not that it really matters on this size. We can actually get rid of the circle now. I just wanted an idea. But we're going to control D and then alternate C and rotate it 10 degrees, just see what it looks like. And that's good. So now I can alternate C and go up to Windows, Dockers, and Transform and get the rotation 10 degrees. We need 36. We already got one, so 35. And see, it kind of looks weird right now. So now, Control D to duplicate and make it 90% and rotate it 5 degrees. And then Control D again and see it automatically. Now, at some point, they're going to keep getting too small. But you can always change that. The only thing is I didn't group it, but you could, do that right there. Now let's look at it with a black box around it. That looks pretty cool. I like this shape. But let's see if there's too many clones. At one point I did something, there were too many clones. Because this way you could really fine tune it. Look at that, it's doing them all. And you can see, that way you can see the top, you can see the abyss, you can really tweak. This is really cool. I don't think any other color would work as good. Because unless you made, let's go here. Well, let's leave it white and change this graphic to blue. You see, then making my eyes fuzzy. I like the black, and I like the black, and I like that you can't really see where it's going, and get the interactive fill tool back and make it really black. And you could, do more white. You could add another white. That's almost maybe too bright. But they really look like, it's almost like an optical illusion. It looks fuzzy. But anyway, play around with that. That's pretty cool. I'm not saying you'll ever draw that, but give you some, it almost looks like there's layers of black rings. Anyway, hope that helped. And as always, just don't forget, you need to select it all go up to object and break the 290 objects apart to get rid of your clone. If you don't get rid of your clone, it'll get rid of all of them. Anyway, I hope that helped, gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.